Hello and welcome to this week's video. Me and my brother are back having a little conversation. We are talking to each other. Um, he's in Virginia and I'm in South Carolina,
Yeah,
so
over FaceTime.
um, we
So,
are a little bit away. So this
hmm
is a little bit different, but it still works, and um, we're getting a good video for you
yeah,
guys.
yeah. I
Um,
think I actually kind of like it. I like last week. It
yeah.
worked well. So I wanted to just talk a little bit. Obviously, well, let's start. We're going to talk about two different things today.
Yeah.
Let's start with the thing that you called me and said you wanted to talk about. That's been
Yeah.
all over the place right now.
I want to talk about um, Kanye West's new album, Jesus is King.
hmm
Um, First, I want to say, and we've talked about it in other podcasts before, we don't make Christian films per se,
Yeah.
but we are Christian. We don't kind of shy away from saying that. So,
Yeah.
um, first, okay, he's coming out with his Christian album.
Yeah.
Um, I want to hear what you have to say, Joseph, first, and then
hmm
I'll kind of give my opinion because I have a very strong opinion on what I'm gonna say. And
Okay. Well, I think we might be a little disagreement. I don't know yet because I don't know your opinion. I will say I do not have a strong opinion, except the emotion that I'm happy he did it. I think it's. I think I'm glad he did it. A lot of people that I've listened to, both who are Christians and who are not. Um, I've heard multiple perspectives saying that they didn't like it because they feel like Kanye's lifestyle and the way he, has merch that's real expensive, his just lavish lifestyle is not very humble. And so they consider him like a hypocrite or something of that nature. Both people are saying this on
I'm
people who
laughing
are
because
Christians.
while you're saying that, I'm laughing because I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's it. Just
Yeah. But not just, I've heard this more than one. I've heard people who are Christians on YouTube and whatnot talk about it. We don't want to spend too much time because it's been out for like a week or over a week now. And so I don't want to spend too much time talking about it. So we're only going to talk about it for half the show today. But pretty much my opinion is I don't really care. Honestly, I like the songs, I like the music, I like the message, I like how certain songs he has fun with it, like where he's talking about, you know, closed on Sunday. It's my Chick-fil-A. I think it's funny. I think it's clever. My favorite song is On God. I think that one has a really good message. I just like the album as a whole. I like the vibe. I like how it matches up well with what his like live Sunday services. If you guys have seen videos or you've seen videos recordings from those services, um, and it goes along well with his style. I think his personal life and how he raises his kids, how he spends his money, how he runs his business, I think that's his decision. I don't think it's wrong to make money. I don't think it's wrong to have a lot of expensive things or live lavishly. Um, it's I don't think that's wrong at all. And if you choose not to be humble about how much money he makes, that's his personal decision. I'm not going to dislike him as a person or judge his decisions and choices because of what he chooses to spend his money on or how he chooses to show his money. Um, at the same time, it's not necessarily always the decisions I would make, but I have to respect him. He's his own person. We live in a free country, and nowhere in the Bible does it say you have to live a certain way accordance to with how much money you make. And so that's my perspective on it. I don't really care how he spends his money. I like the music. I appreciate him being open about what he has to say and what he believes, and that's as far as I take it.
well, my opinion is this. I know I listen to a lot of Lecrae and 116 who kind of have the
hmm
same vibe or like do the same kind of genre of music as he
Yeah.
does. Um, it's more of Christian rap, and I like their stuff because it's very forward and it's very they're they're not trying to hide anything, but yet
Yeah.
um they they don't have the lifestyle he's had. I mean, Kanye West. I mean, just as Kanye West, he
Hmm.
he's known for doing the craziest stuff just to get recognized, like
Hmm.
even having a sex tape and um like he puts out a sex tape because he wants to be more popular. And
But also
I can't
that kind of
say
stuff happened before his conversion.
I know, but I can't say this for sure. But what if him just doing this is another way of him coming up with something crazy and saying, just getting people to talk about his stuff again? What if he felt
Well, the
like, oh,
thing,
my numbers aren't great, so I'm going to um, do this to get people to talk about me again?
honestly, it's all a matter of the heart. I mean, Christianity is a matter of the heart. It's a matter of personal decisions, and it's a matter of community, truly, in the body of Christ. But also, it's still personal decision, and it's a matter of the heart. If he's not authentic with his Christianity or his belief, that's on him, and that's only going to torment or bother or hinder him personally. It's not really going to affect the message. I've listened to the message you put out with the music, and I think it's solid. I think it's biblical. I think it's good. I think it's encouraging, and I think it holds a lot of truth to it. So I don't really. Kanye's done a lot of things in his life, like every celebrity has, pretty much. I don't. He's given his testimony publicly about when he converted. He's given a lot of information out there for people to consume. And again, I don't have a super strong opinion on it. I leave it to him to grow or for the amount of spiritual maturity he has personally. But when it comes to his music and what he put out there as an art form and as a worship album, I think it's good and I enjoy it. And like I said, I'm kind of neutral, but I lean towards I appreciate that he did it. I think it was good. But so you're
Okay.
you're saying you just don't know, like you think it might just be a ploy.
I do. I think it's a ploy. Even if I think it is a ploy. Him trying to uh, do this to kind of get people to talk about him again. Um, just
Yeah.
because of how Kanye West is and how I think how arrogant he is as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, I don't know for sure. I can't say that. In my opinion, I say there's so many people, not even just considering Kanye West. There's so many people
Mm-hmm.
that I've seen on social media or that are talking about this album saying that it's great. Oh, I love it. I'm gonna listen to this album. But
Yeah.
there's people like I was saying, like Lecrae 116. They're that group that have been around for a long time now, and they're
Mm-hmm.
not listening to that stuff. They only want to listen to it because it's Kanye West. Okay, why do you want to listen to it because it's Kanye West?
Yeah, but
He
I
if
mean,
he has different stuff. Why do people want to listen to that now? And why are they coming? Why is that in attention now? There's good artists out there that are doing great music like this, but they're only listening to Kanye West's song because it's or Kanye West's album because he's Kanye West.
I'm gonna be like, honestly though, when it comes to music, when it comes to lots of forms of entertainment, but especially music, there's so much content being created almost every day. And there was a funny meme I was shown by Mackenzie, and it said something about like some Christian artist is making a song that's not like completely Christian, and so it's going to be played on the it's not like a worship song, so it's going to be played on secular radio, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's so terrible! You know, she's a Christian artist; she should be, you know, singing only worship songs." And then they're like, "Well, we want people to actually hear it, don't we? You know?"
Mm-hmm.
And so I think Christian artists, people don't listen to their stuff because people don't know about them. If they're not interested in Christianity, then they're not searching for Christian songs. And ultimately, people that actually might like the more Christian rap genre don't even know about these artists. And it's because it's a little bit of, there's a term for it. I can't remember it right now, but it's a little bit of a closed group. It's like people don't know about it. People don't search it out, and so that's not being shown up on their recommendations. It's not being put out there for them to actually discover it. And so Kanye making this music, I think, is actually a really good way for people to just discover more Christian worship focused music in general.
Yeah, I guess. It's not for me to decide what you listen to, and it's not for me to decide to say, oh, this is all bad. It's because of Kanye West. So I say it's to each his own.
Yeah.
If you like it or not, I'm not a fan of it. I'm gonna say that.
All right. Well, let's
But
take a break and do a quick ad, and then we'll come back and talk about something else.
yeah,
So if you're watching this video, then you're watching content that's being created by Wiseworks Entertainment. It's a small business, a small company that started by me and my brother Joshua. And really what we want to do is we just want to grow this company to work towards eventually having a place where we can create films, we can create entertainment content for people to watch and enjoy. And so yeah, we're just really wanting to grow this company. We come out with new content on this channel every week, and so the biggest way you can support us right now is subscribing to this channel. That allows you to see the new videos that we come out more easily. It gets you more recommendations in your feed for on YouTube, and you can also follow us on social media like Instagram and Facebook. But yeah, just don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and this is the place that we look and see who our audience is, and this is where all of our main content goes. So we would greatly appreciate it if you would just choose to subscribe to us, become one of the audience members for Wiseworks Entertainment. All right, so I want to talk to you about the boxing rematch coming up against who?
KSI and Logan Paul. Is that what you want to
Yeah,
talk about?
yeah.
Okay.
It was so the first boxing match. Me and you both were so into that. We were following every new piece of information that came out during that time period. And so I wanted to get your thoughts on how are you feeling about the rematch, and have you been watching content about that?
um, I've been following it. I would say,
Hmm.
not so much because it's YouTubers and Logan Paul, KSI, or all that. I've always really liked boxing more than
Yeah.
you even.
Hmm.
Um, I know, like I'm a fan of the Rocky movies because it's boxing.
Yeah.
I have all the Rockies, all the Creeds, all the. I
You
have a
like the
lot of,
sport.
yes, just boxing, and I like that sport. That's a good sport. Um,
Yeah.
Now last year, um, I did watch it because I like boxing and I was interested in it.
Hmm.
Um, Last year, my opinion was this. I thought it was going to be Logan Paul. I thought he was going to dominate.
So did I.
Um, the fact that it was a tie shows me that KSI has a lot that more than
A lot better.
yes. Um, Now, just as a personality, I'm not a fan really of both either as much.
Hmm.
I know they've had both are very controversial and not just they're very big YouTubers, and I think that's being so young and being such a big YouTuber, it
Yeah.
has affected them like very arrogantly. I think they're very
Yeah.
arrogant people because of it, both of them. Um,
Hmm.
but in my opinion, this year of what I've seen, I think KSI is gonna win. I think he's gonna somehow
Really?
just pull it off.
I don't think so. I know I was arrogant about Logan Paul winning for sure last time,
Mhm.
but I really don't think KSI is going to win this at all. Um, Logan Paul is not a personality that is attractive to me, but he is one of the most driven, like hardworking people on the YouTube platform, in my opinion. Um, that's why he was one of the fastest growing channels of its time. Um, and he just works like nonstop. He's constantly doing something. And so when he's saying that he's giving all of his motivation and time and mindset towards training and beating him in this fight, then I think he's actually doing it. I don't think KSI, the guy JJ, I don't think he is nearly as dedicated as Logan is. Um, I think it's a bit silly to think that giving Logan this long amount of time to get ready for this fight, that KSI is even going to be able to match his level at all, you know?
Yeah. Um, I mean, I disagree. I know. I don't know if you watched the press conference, but
I did.
one of them, I think it was the UK. KSI just stood there with his hands up, um, and just trying to get the crowd hyped and everything. And Logan Paul came behind him and spread his arms up, and he did it as an intimidation thing because you can
Mm-hmm.
see how Logan is way bigger than him, way bigger than
Yeah.
KSI. Um, I remember right after KSI, he went on his tour. He got done with his tours, I guess, or whatever he was doing
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of the year. Um, he looked like, a lot of people said they called him a meatball. They're like, oh, he's just like a big meatball. And yes, he was fat. But if you look at him now, his face, and he's like slimmed down, but he still is huge, um, big. I think that that he has some secret thing that he is working hard. Um, I know what you're saying.
I
Logan Paul's a lot bigger than him, but um,
it's
in my
I know it's not
opinion,
all about size, but I genuinely think Logan Paul was relying on his strength and his size to win him the first fight. And he very clearly realized that's not everything, especially in boxing. And I think he's definitely used that as a foundation to push off and say, okay, I know what to focus on now. You know, his
yeah,
his his punch is extremely powerful. He's got a lot of muscle behind it, and his reach is so much farther than JJ. If he has the kind of speed that he needed in the first fight, like JJ had, and if he's worked on that, if he's worked on his endurance, he's lost weight so he's not so heavy, he doesn't get so tired, then I think he's really going to pull this one out and like beat JJ really quick, you know?
yeah. Well, it's clear we both have two different opinions. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I
Whenever
just
the
don't
fight is.
see it's not like I've picked a side. I will say as far as people go, I really dislike KSI like
I
as a
mean,
person.
I kind of agree,
I think
but
he's just
does that
in
mean
my
that
opinion
he's
he's
not going to
so
win? No.
no, it doesn't mean he's not going to win.
A lot of
But
people
I
don't
do
like
think
a
I
lot of
don't
people
like
don't like Conor McGregor because he's such an arrogant, like he's like
yeah.
an Irishman that he just wants to pick a fight with everybody. He's a
Yeah.
loudmouth and everything, but he's not the best fighter.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care. I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't like about either of these people, but there's something about it because it's on the YouTube platform that just draws me in and gets really interested in what's going to happen, you know?
Yeah,
And I just think this go around, it's going to be so much clearer that Logan Paul can beat KSI like really
mm,
easy. And we should, I don't know, do a conversation after the fight and see who wins, you know, and just talk about our thoughts on the matter.
yeah. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to watch the fight. I'm gonna be busy during the fight, but so I'll probably watch it
Can
after. I
watch the
don't know.
recap. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
All right. Well, I think that's about all the time we have for today.
Yep.
Do you have any final thoughts, Joshua?
My final thought is this. If a woodchuck could chuck wood, would a
No,
woodchuck wood?
you got it wrong.
Well, you decide who chucks the wood.
All right, let's stop this. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.